What's your name and what ethnicity are you?
My name is Noah Zarn, and I'm Korean.
Why did you forget?
I'm gonna say I was Asian.
My name is Sharad Taylor, and I am Indian.
I'm Ann, and I'm Japanese.
I'm Kaminta and I'm Chinese.
I'm Dave Lee, and I'm Korean.
My name is Asher Alcantara, and I'm half Filipino and half white.
I'm Raina Patel, and I'm Indian.
My name is Dot, and I'm Korean.
My name is Olivia Gao, and I'm Chinese.
My name is Joyce Yoon, and I'm Korean.
My name is Megan and I'm Chinese and Taiwanese.
My name is Caleb Sim, and my ethnicity is Korean.
I'm Jasmine, and I'm Chinese.
My name is Ava Siu, and I'm half Caucasian and half Chinese.
I'm Sanjit Prabhu, and I'm Indian.
My name is Ashley Johas. I'm a mix of Caucasian, Chinese, and Pacific Islander.
What's something only other Asian people understand?
Ooh.
Only other Asian people understand.
Oh, I was about to say something. Maybe being called certain stereotypes. Positive stereotypes include good at math. Negative ones are like people who aren't good at driving, people who can't see well. If you catch my drift.
The hierarchy of, like your ancestors and then your grandparents and your parents, your siblings.
Like our physical touch, you get hit a lot more, like lovingly.
How to use chopsticks.
Sometimes it's hard to like keep your culture. I would love to really celebrate like Chinese New Year. I feel like I'm like drifting away from my culture and that's like something sad to me.
Having strict parents.
The fact that the stereotype of being like super smart and academically strong isn't as good as people make it out to be.
Shoes in the house? Do you mean shoes not in the house?
Not wearing shoes in the house.
No shoes in the house.
When you like walk into a room and you see a bunch of white people and you're just kind of counting how many other Asian people who like look like you are there.
Definitely like the fruit thing. Like whenever I'm studying, my mom will just come and bring a giant bowl of chopped fruit. It's her love language.
What's your favorite part of your specific culture?
My food, for sure.
Food.
Food.
When I went to China, I like loved it there because if it's hot, they'll just have their stomachs out. It's so fun there. I love it. Having hot pot.
I don't like speak Chinese very well and I feel kind of disconnected from my grandparents and my extended family. I'd say like Chinese food is the strongest connection I feel towards Chinese culture.
I really like when we go to China and you're like eating with like your family and they have the big spinny thing in the middle.
Well, definitely like being mixed race and half Chinese. I can experience both cultures and I think it kind of just gives me a different like outlook on life.
What is one thing your parents always said to you as a child?
One thing they always said was work hard, play hard.
You will become successful in life dependent on your work ethic, not your brain. And only my mom could have brought that into my life.
Be respectful of others and try my hardest in school.
The eating fish will make you prettier.
They said I love you a lot, which is like different, I think. But it would always be after like I get a good grade.
Don't focus on superficial things because working hard is more important.
It's important to, I guess, stand out. As you grow up, it'll be easier and easier to become unnoticed and for people to not know you, and you need to actively try to make people like know who you are.
People should know Caleb Sim.
That's right, guys.
Put on lotion after the shower.
My dad says that it's okay to not be friends, but I should not make enemies.
Oh, my parents would always tell me to pinch my nose. They would tell me to do that and then make sure, I don't know, that it's not flat. Probably, I know this is a cliche, but like just like follow your dreams. If there's something that you want to pursue and there's people in the world who like tell you that you can't, like just do what you love.
Just whatever you do, do it to the max.
Probably I love you. They say it so much that it means more to me every day.
What's something people always assume about you because you're Asian?
Oh boy.
That we're over smart. That could be a great thing. It could also be a terrible thing, where everyone comes up to you and it's like, hey Dave, what's this? Hey Dave, what's that? Sometimes I don't know the answer. When you just say, I don't know, they start to believe in you a lot less. That stereotype in their mind is suddenly false, and now you know nothing.
I'm smart.
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 Good at math.
I'm good at math.
Yeah. Oh, or that I look like people from Squid Game, which is the actual worst.
I'd say some ignorant people would just assume that I'm different ethnicities. There was a kid when I was younger that asked me if I was Indian. So teachers will always assume that I'm the other Asian kid in class. And I remember my health teacher would get me mixed up with this other Asian girl that was short and had glasses at the time, which was the same thing as me, and she didn't know my name for the entire semester. I feel like the standard is a little bit higher for you. And then also kind of if I'm in a group of like friends that are all white, sometimes I'll just feel like, I don't know, I'm just like an outcast.
People were asking me, these two people in my chemistry class, what do you even do after school? Do you just go home and study all day? And like, that's not really true.
When you were younger, did you wish you weren't Asian?
Yes, I did. I'd always want the typical blonde hair, blue eyes, that sort of thing that's projected all over media.
I definitely have thought of that when I was younger, second grade. I lived in the city. I was kind of, again, like the only Asian person there. My parents had divorced previously. I was kind of alone in that sense, and maybe I wanted to escape that by not wanting to be Asian, wanting to be white with everyone else.
Honestly, I did.
Oh yeah. I wanted to be white so bad. It's not even funny. Just that white people were prettier.
Honestly, sometimes I didn't like being Asian when I was younger because I would kind of stand out in like an all-white classroom.
When I was younger, I actually loved being Asian. Like as we got into middle school, I started realizing, oh my god, all my friends are Asian. Like, does this look weird to other people? I guess I tried to appear more American.
No. I think even now I'm very proud of being Asian.
No, never.
No.
There were definitely points or like experiences I've had where I've just felt kind of uncomfortable being the only Asian person there.
Yeah, I really wanted to be white, and then I had an era where I really wanted to be Asian. But now I don't think that anymore.
For me personally, no. I went to schools that were a great amount were Asian, so I didn't really feel like I was that much different. But definitely when I was with the side of the family that's all white, I kind of wanted to like erase that part of me because I felt like I just couldn't relate.
What are challenges you faced because you're Asian, like when you were younger?
Yeah, it's like a few times I've been called like by like some bullies like you look like you're covered in poop or like says some stuff like that.
I've definitely been called stuff before. Like, if I'm eating kimbap, seaweed and rice for lunch, people might tease me like, oh, what the heck is that? Have you ever had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Which I can have for different reasons, but they would just look at the seed because it's disgusting. Because yes, it's seaweed.
Just biking to a friend's house or whatever, and I passed by this older white woman, and she was whispered under her breath, like swearing those dirty Chinese.
Before Corona, I feel like I had a good group of friends, but then after that, everything about people from China eating like bats, roadkill, and then my friends would talk about them, and then I realized that I did not have as good friends as I thought, and I realized that I think my friends are racist.
This guy I was talking to said that he would only ever date a white girl.
In my experience, it's mainly just been like on an emotional level, feeling like I'm kind of worth the same as other people, or that I can be like treated the same way and like seen as the same way as other people.
There's just a few comments here and there from like people I wouldn't expect, like my coach or like certain classmates. I traveled to Korea with my family back in 2016 to visit my mom's side of the family, and in Korea they have these popular like cat cafes or dog cafes that are basically normal cafes with like dogs running around or cats running around, and they're all like really nice. And I remember telling one of my swim coaches about it, and he immediately just assumed that we were like eating the dogs or eating the cats, and that was not very nice of it. Other classmates in school, they would ask me why like my eyes were too small, or like if I got my nose chopped off.
So my grandparents, they live in Chinatown in New York City, and there's been a lot of violence that's happening against especially like old Asian people, and definitely just like not being able to go outside of your home to like go to the supermarket to buy vegetables, or like take the subway to go to the park without the fear of, you know, being like pushed over or beaten up is pretty scary.
There's like rude remarks, people are judgmental of things from like my culture just because they're different.
What's your favorite part about being Asian?
Once again, I'd have to say the food. It's really nice to see people who like communicate with people who like understand some of my struggles.
My favorite thing about being Chinese is probably just living in Chinatown for a while, and I just have so many good memories from the place. Like haircut shop, the barber shop, the lady has been cutting my hair since I was like 6 years old, and every time I come back, there was like, oh, Nei Hoko, like you're so tall, you've grown so much, and I just feel like I have a family there. And yeah, just like going back, walking down the streets where I used to like go, in the parks I used to play when I was little. Just a lot of good memories, and eating the food, the Chinese food, the bakeries, it's all just really great. It just makes me really grateful to be Chinese.
I'm just so glad that when I come home from school, I never have to be like, oh my god, my mom is using a crock pot. This dinner is gonna taste so bad.
The relationships that you can form with other people who have the same culture as you.
I meet a lot of other Asian people, and I like Asian people. The Asian community is so cool, and being Asian and being a part of that.
Just like having that cultural identity is really solidifying, because it's something that will never change.
Now that you bring that up, I haven't really thought about it, which is a sad answer for such a happy question, but I like being Asian. It's fun. Like I said, the culture's great. And I don't think there's anything specific that I like more than others. Again, it's not a great answer, but being Asian is fun. Despite, being Asian is fun. So, there's nothing specific. Overall, it's great, despite all of the previous answers, however negative they might have sounded. I'm grateful to be Asian. That's that.
Yeah!
That was so good.
house and stuff. So I'm like, oh, my mom's probably coming down. Yep. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
I'm about to get interviewed.
Oh, hey. Hello. How are you? You're really being interviewed.
Yeah.
All right. Carry on.
Mom, go upstairs.
Did you offer them anything to drink?
Wow, dude, your hospitality is so
Wow.
bad.
Oh, no.